Christina Poncher, glad that you can be with us. Our principal's in there. Manny Pacquiao. And five-time world champ Juan Manuel Marquez in 3 different weight divisions. Here we go. But he's totally clean. He's given blood, given urine. And he is big. And he is strong. But Pacquiao is so quick, and everybody knows his strength. Remember, Pacquiao's knocked him down 3 times in the first fight and 1 time in the 3rd round of the 2nd fight. Marquez has never been able to execute that, but he's vowed that he will. Freddie Rogers said that holding the pads from his hands have felt heavier than at any time. So both guys are strong. So far, Marquez is missing more than he's hitting.
He's a natural counterpuncher, and that's what he does best. So if Manny comes at him most of the night, that bodes well for Marquez, because
the full credit that he should. Counterpunchers don't get as much credit as the guy that's the more aggressive. And that's been the only difference in all 3 of these fights. Left power shot, because he's a southpaw fighter. Straight left hand down the middle, the way you fight the right-handed guy. There was a left hook, and then back upstairs by Marquez. They're into it now.
But so far it's been Manny, the one that's been taking the lead here in the 1st and 2nd round. And he looks much quicker than Marquez so far.
Much quicker. Another good left hand by Manny getting through. So far, Marquez really hasn't done much.
And here we have a replay of the last round. Great left hand by Manny.
Well, that left hand will tell you something about Christmas. And that's what they want, the left hook and right uppercut. Reaching that time was Juan Manuel. Manny very quick on his feet, gets out of the way when this guy assaults him. Gets off first again, and first again does Manny Pacquiao. The bell ends round 2. Judges Adelaide Bird, Steve Weisfeld from New Jersey, and John Keane from the UK. I started to tell you, as we settle into the fight, there was a lot of controversy about who would judge this fight. Only one Nevada judge, and that's Adelaide Bird. And none of the previous judges from Nevada were allowed to judge this fight. Todd DeBuff, the president of Top Rank Boxing, decided he wanted the judges to get together and explain exactly to each other how they're going to score this fight, which they did today.
He's allowing Marquez to time him for that right hand.
But you know, you've heard Freddie say in previous fights, you know, we trained for this, we did this, and then he went back to doing what he wants to do. Fighters, once the bell sounds, they kind of do what they want to do. And he's fighting the way he always does fight. Let's see if at any time does he trying to move a little bit to the right. A little bit better round for Marquez this time.
He's still waiting a little too long to get off.
He is, Jaime. But the question to me is he waiting or can he get off? That's my question.
And that's a very good question, Bob. Because if he...
He drops Pacquiao for the first time in 4 fights. Manny was knocked down by an overhand right hand. There's the power.
Could hurt Manny. And there's that over right looping hand that caught Manny straight. Right on the right side of his face. Here it is again. Right over Manny's left hand. And Manny seems stunned, surprised.
Oh, he had everything wrong with that, didn't he?
And you know what? Not only...
Trilogy of fights now into the 4th fight. So Pacquiao did get knocked down. That's what Marquez wanted. On his legs back.
This is the one thing everybody has been waiting to see. Whether Marquez actually could hurt Manny Pacquiao. He did it just with a straight right hand. It was powerful. And it wasn't as if Manny just fell down. He literally dropped. It was a big, big right hand by Marquez.
And people are cheering Marquez, Marquez. We got us to fight this time, folks, as if we didn't the first 3 times. Look at these guys loading up shots. Here comes the bell in the 3rd round. Able to avoid that big right hand. These are knockouts between rounds 3 and 6 for both fighters. 17 for Pacquiao, and Marquez has 10.
Well, this also may make Manny be a little bit more cautious and not as aggressive as he wanted to be. Because now that he's tasted Marquez's power, he might stay on the outside a little bit more. He's not going to commit mistakes that lead Manny to take advantage of something that might send Marquez to the canvas.
Nobody's winning this round, by the way. This is one of the real close rounds in the fight. And no matter how this goes, unless somebody's definitive in the last 49, 48 seconds of this round.
Well, I think that Marquez has landed a couple of good shots. He landed a really hard, stiff jab a minute ago that moved Manny.
There's Manny with a combination that steals rounds when you see a combination like that. But again, professional boxing is the hurt business. Those 3 heavy punches that Marquez landed, for me, would be enough to give him the round at this point with 20 seconds to go in round number 4.
I myself always ask myself to be redundant at the end of a round. Which guy would I want to be at the end of that round? Right now, I think I may have wanted to be Marquez so far.
And I would too, as he walked into another right-handed Manny. Although I have Marquez slightly out in front by 1 point. We'll see how it unfolds. But there are people that think the distractions are still there.
That was a great left hand by Manny. And Marquez took it.
Boy, the crowd is really into it here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Marquez stiff with that jab, driving off the back foot. That's the right hand go. Actually, his punch. Oh, that's going to be scored as a knockdown. There was a right left hook, but it was enough to get him off balance. So down goes Marquez. He'll take the standing 8 count. Not hurt at all. He was more off balance, but there was a left hook. So that negates what he did in a much more impressive way. Just a straight left hand. Back comes Marquez. That straight left hand by Manny caught him off balance, but look at Marquez battle back. Even though it was, straight right hand by Pacquiao. Marquez able to gobble that up. Here's Pacquiao trying to drop him again.
I think Marquez is hurt.
He may be. There's a shot. He is. He doesn't hang on. He fires back. Pacquiao is going to the finish right now. Marquez will have no part of it as he loads up shots himself. What a round of boxing this is. How about this, folks? Back and forth they go. Manny landing most of the shots. How about that round of boxing?
And see, he's bleeding profusely through the nose, so I think that nose is definitely busted.
Yeah, I think you're right, too. And you can see the mouth hanging down, which is very dangerous to get hit in the jaw. Now, the big surprise was Pacquiao was down in the 3rd. Then he was able to knock Marquez down ever so lightly in the last round. But then he busted him up in the remaining part of the 5th round. And back and forth they go here in the 6th. And Manny's really into this thing now. Hands high, straight left hand down the middle. Every time he puts that on the top of the nose, I'm wincing from the pain that he must be feeling with that broken nose. I mean, look at the dip in the bridge of the nose. It's broken. Right on top of it again in the 5th round, the last round.
And all that punishment that Marquez took in the last round definitely took something out of Marquez, because he's not moving like he was.
And very narrow the calves of Marquez. That's where power comes from. And here they are back into a war again to end the 6th round. And Manny went down. He hit him with a body shot. I don't know if he can get up
He
from
hit him
this.
straight on the chin.
He got him in the chin. He's knocked out. Juan Manuel Marquez has done it. Straight right hand right on the button. Whoa. Straight right hand knocked him out cold. Manny coming in and he walks right into it. Marquez had his body half twisted, and Manny got caught right on the chin. Boom, right there. Perfect position was Marquez to land that shot. Manny knocked out cold. His eyes are shut right there. I saw a little punch with the left hand that I thought went to the body at the end.
By knockout victory, damas y caballeros, de Ciudad de México, Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez.
Well, just to make it clear, it was actually